Good morning, everybody. It is Monday. How are you doing on this sunny day? I hope you all are well. Welcome on in, welcome on in. It is a nice day, at least today, so that's a plus. I hope you all are doing well, and if not, I do hope things get better. Gosh, it's crazy to think that it is already into March, and we're almost like it's crazy to think that this Friday is the funeral. Like, I'm like, oh my lord, right now, because it's crazy to think about. But yeah, I'm not gonna hold too much before the game. Mainly because I am excited to get into this because I just want to take a break and relax. It's just kind of crazy to think about not streaming on Friday because I'm gonna be at a funeral for someone that's like I remember a lot of random bits about. It's just weird. It's one of those types of things where it's like, huh, it's been that long since I've known them. And it's like, damn. But life works in mysterious ways. I know last time we found the dungeon. Also, I think I turned the music down a lot. Yeah, I turned the music down a lot because I was building in my building world and whatnot. But I know today I want to try and fight some bosses. At least that's the hope. I know last time we did some fishing, we were able to upgrade a few things. We got the Zappinator, so we can use that to our advantage. We do have over a plat. Ooh, Godly on the first try is actually pretty nice. Dangerous. Rapid is good. Crimson Rod. I'm gonna try and get... Do I want to... No, this is gonna get upgraded eventually anyway. But what I'm gonna do... I know we need the Crimson and, like, Evil bosses. Queen Bee, and a few others. And I want to set some stuff up, but the issue is just getting this stuff cleared up. I know we're gonna need walls and stuff for certain bits, so that's a whole separate thing. But yeah, I do want to explore a bit more of the world as a whole. I know we got the Angler so that we can like do these quests and stuff, like Caught in the Ocean. I got no clue where the frickin' ocean is off top of my head, but I know we do need to find the Shimmer. That's another thing. So, over this way is probably, I know we did some fishing in general for berry. I always forget summons do that. It's always the Abigail summon. First death of the stream. But I do want to try and, like, beat some of the bosses today if possible. But for Brain of Cthulhu, I think we're gonna, like, this is our arena. It's not the best, not the worst. I don't really know Eater of Worlds, so I can't say for sure on that one. But it might be worth it to try Eater of Worlds as well. Because while I don't know what it is like, I would like to learn. Because sorry. I know what Brain of Cthulhu... I know the Brain of Cthulhu fight, at least, but I don't know the Eater of Worlds because I've never done the Eater of Worlds one. And of course, since I first did the Zenith feed, they buffed and nerfed stuff, changed things, etc. So it's kind of like, damn. And I just spilled water on myself. Start to the day moment. I changed water bottles and I didn't close it tight enough apparently. So now I am going to be a bit wet for a while. I can at least like dry some of it up, but not all of it. Okay, because the corruption one should not be as bad, is my hope. We do have the Magiluminescence, so we won't, like, die from the darkness. Okay, right here. I'm gonna make a pathway. I want to try and see if we can... Talk about a quick way to stop. Jeez. I do want to try and get, like, into the corruption a bit. Just because I want to see, like, a bit more. And of course, it being on jungle grass just means we're gonna get more of this stuff. Because, yeah, our biggest problem is there's just so much of both of them. Brain of Cthulhu is more likely possible. I just didn't have the Pierce either. But I'm gonna have the same issue with, Eater of Worlds. So it's gonna be one of those things of we're gonna need to really figure something out for that. Because the problem with Brain of Cthulhu is if we get hit, we're just kind of fucked. Because you get the slow confusion crap, which is just not fun. If we could find the Shimmer, I could also reasonably try and get some of the Ankh Charm stuff. I would not be able to get all of it, but I could at least reasonably get, like, parts of it. Like, I want to get a Bazaar. Like, for here, for example, I could reasonably just blow this wall a little bit. And even if it's not by a lot, it's still going to make a difference. because it's like, obviously. But this alone won't be enough. I mean, the other option is to kind of cheese a few bosses as well, which I could reasonably do. I'm trying to think of what else, because there's a lot of stuff. Because we've beaten the King Slime and the Eye. We could also try Deer Clop, since it doesn't exactly disappear when we die. That could get us, like, some technically gear that is post what we should have, but still useful. Because, yeah. So we'll need to be a bit smarter, because this arena is only going to do so well. So I think here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up with this a little more. That's going to blow up some of the mud. Okay. Okay. Nice. But yeah, my hope here is to at least make, like, some form of difference to this by just, even if it's like a little bit of extra height, whenever we get the stuff, we'll be able to hit more and just overall make improvements to this. Because, yeah, that was one of the biggest problems we had last time, was we just ran out of space. And because of that, we got hit a lot. So my hope is to kind of alleviate parts of that. Okay, then I can do that. And then I can slowly mine this away. And I am debating just getting rid of, like, the walls and stuff, but it's also like, do I really want to do all of that mining? I mean, I reasonably could, but at that point, it's like, I would probably want to just outright make something instead. But the issue is we need it to be crimson still, so here's what I'm gonna do. It's not perfect, but it gives us a little bit of extra height. And it should make a difference. Yeah, and then I can do this, which makes a nice, like, side bit. And then I also have some areas I can kind of fall a little. Bit of honey, I guess. I don't know. I know we could reasonably use honey to heal poison and whatnot, but I mean, we could try another Brain of Cthulhu still, but it's gonna take a bit to get the resources. And go. But we can easily get the resources through up here. since, you know, we have this. I mean, it's the reason we created it after all. Okay. My hope is that this will make enough of a difference for us. It'll take a bit to farm it all, but I'm sure we can do it. Yep, here comes one of them because I don't have the walls finished. But, darn, that star was so close to hitting. Once this thing is dead, though, we'll make a little bit more. We're at 5, we need 15. It'll take a bit, but I know what to do. I don't know what got dropped for them to get hit so hard, but I have a feeling it was like boulders or something. My hope is that Abigail will, like, float up enough. There we go. That's what I wanted. Turn that down a little bit. I'm gonna turn this down by, like, 1. The sounds just get very loud. Ah. Okay, I need... Yeah, I need to just outright, like... Oh, gotta eat. And this will also get us some burgers and stuff, too, which should be nice. Since that's gonna be a huge help. At least we're getting vertebrae. This is the tedious part of the Zenith feed, is having to do a lot of this. But there are some benefits because of the new update at least. Like there being more whips and more stuff to mess around with, a few things that are easier to get, a few things that are harder to get, and whatnot. Got 14. I mean, just look at that. Okay, we got the 15 we needed, and a bunch of gold. Okay, can move these out of my inventory, do that. Okay, let's see. We got 16. Leave one in there. Be in this one. Ah, I need to make more. Powder, powder, powder. Awesome. Potion-wise, I'm gonna want a fewer red potions. I want to make sure I have a regen, a swiftness, those should be good. Hunter is useful. I mean, I'm using a boomstick, so I'm not too worried about that. I know I want that. I'd like to upgrade from silver, but I don't exactly got the crap to do that. I have iron and lead, and I can't exactly make any demonite or anything, so... Yeah. If I can at least get some enough tissue samples, though, that would be enough. Actually, Can I make any potions if I go, like, here? No? I know we have bottles. Oh, there they are. Why are they down here? I don't remember them being down here, but I might be crazy. Because, yeah, I want a summoning potion as well. Because then we can at least upgrade Abigail's power. So I can drink this. Make Abigail even stronger. We got sharpened, so we have more armor penetration on our melee weapons. The Magiluminescence, I honestly need a different, like, thing to replace it when I'm in battle, because it does give us some movement speed, but it's mainly for light. Okay. Okay, we should have a good chunk of stuff now, where I can do this. Okay. I remember what I forgot. Campfire. I was like, I feel like I'm forgetting something internally. I was just like that. And now I remember. Campfire. That's the farthest we got the Brain of Cthulhu. I just forgot that gravitation from him doesn't stop fall damage. But there's tissue samples there. We got 14. Actually, we might have enough that we can just skip Brain of Cthulhu. Like, genuinely. If we're gonna fight Queen Bee, I do want to try and get a Bazaar, though. Because that would be amazing to have. I know Legendary Mode Skeletron, our biggest problem is going to be the Dark Casters it summons. Otherwise, what we can do is, when it's floating above us, we can cover, like, have a wall. Like a wall between me and him, where he won't shoot skulls at us. And honestly, the fact that we got what we did from the Traveling Merchant with the frickin'... There we go. Yeah, 33. We have enough that we can at least make... Okay, because we got a few last time, I thought, so... Okay, yeah, I can make a bunch of these. And we can make a Deathbringer pickaxe. This will make our jobs way easier. Is it a bit cheap? And a bit cheaty in its own way? Yes. Do I care? No. Because now it means we can get Hellstone, which will be amazing. Also, squirrel. But it also means we'll be able to catch lava stuff so we can lava fish. The reason I want a lava fish is the lava fish. But also, we can get some great weapons from it. But to do that, I'm gonna need a few things first. First off, potion-wise, we don't have any obsidian skin. But we need a hell forge. For what I want to do. I could make jungle armor if I really wanted, but not really the first thing I'm worried about. Yeah, this is how potions are supposed to be. Near the top. Okay, yeah, I can make an obsidian skin, but we run out of water leaf. Which actually reminds me. Any water leaf even planted? No. Well, if we don't have any planted, I know where we must go. But having a nicer pickaxe is definitely going to be nice to have. Okay. Any water leaf will be greatly appreciated here. Awesome water leaf seeds. Exactly what I needed. Can do that. Always got to remember to do that. Oh, wait, you can similar stack as well? That's actually kind of neat. I didn't realize that was a new thing. Okay, with this obsidian skin potion, we should definitely be able to get pretty far. Platforms. There they are. I need some ashwood platforms because we need to make our way across that one area, so. And then we're going to upgrade to Hellstone is the plan. And that should keep us pretty good for a while. Just need to be careful of lava bats. They'll drop lava on us. Which feels so cursed saying that out loud compared to lava slimes. I know I want to try and get, like... The biggest problem with this world is I don't know if you can get sky crates off the top of my head. Because if you can, I know I want to get, like, the horseshoe and stuff, but I don't remember if you can. So I can't say for sure. There's some hellstone, and uh-oh. Ouch. Okay. I just want to mine hellstone. Come on. Okay. Forgot about the ash. That's what makes hellstone mining a way bigger pain in this one. I just need to do this. Abigail, you will get me killed. I need to desummon Abigail, or it will get me killed by Wall of Flesh. Okay. I get so nervous about the ash falling here. Okay. We'll at least be fine down here, but look at these huge chunks of hellstone. Hellstone's one of my favorites to mine up because it's just like, you don't need a spelunker for them. You just need to look for the particles. So nice. And then, of course, having obsidian skin just makes our jobs easier. Okay. And then I can do that. Look at all that hellstone. Perfect. We're gonna want a good chunk of hellstone, though. Alls I know is as soon as we get under a minute, we're gonna want to teleport back to base. Just because it will be safer. Yeah, okay. I'm so nervous about all of, like, the enemies up there. Because they're just a nuisance to deal with, one, but two, they can also be a real threat. Who knows how many bats are gonna kill me today. And what other whatnots and whatsits will as well. Alls I know is it's going to be a lot. Hellstone mining session. Do 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 do. At least we're getting a bunch of hellstone. And then we can upgrade a bunch of stuff. We'll just need a hellstone forge. Once we get the hell forge, we'll be good. I see that voodoo demon and it scares me. Alls it takes is one death of that and we're fucked. I'd prefer not to get screwed over by the wall of flesh. Again. Last time that happened was during the Goblin Army, and that did not end well whatsoever. And because our spawn is in hell, well, as you can imagine, it's not very fun for us. I heard the sound way too late. Ah, boy. Yeah, once I can get an obsidian rose and a lava charm, I will be so much happier. And put this ore away. And now I can resummon Abigail because I am going to try and get us a hell forge. Because then we can attempt a few of the other bosses as well. Because I'm not too worried about the brain anymore. I mean, I could reasonably do the brain again just to get the armor, but... meh. But once we get the volcano, that's going to be amazing for just some damage. Okay. I just need to keep moving. And hopefully that should help. Okay. Hellfire arrows. That bat screwed me over so much. All it takes is one bat, and you're screwed. But yeah, I want to get the imp staff at least because it's gonna be good. I might switch to the like bee staff after, but yeah, it's still gonna be really good to have. Because Abigail only does so much. Definitely more effective than my other options right now. Because the slime staff really struggles flying enemies, and same like those two just, and the same with the vampire frog staff. But Abigail struggles with certain things as well. I need to just do this real quick and kill this bat. Okay. I'm like keeping my eyes peeled for them bats. Okay, that's a heal, at least. And we're starting to see some chests. But I need the health forge. Okay. That frickin' fire imp. Yeah, a lot of this place is gonna blow the fuck up. Whatever trap was meant to be there got blown the frick up. Okay. I mean, well, there goes that. I can at least farm some, like, imps here and, like, grab a few things while I'm here as well. God, the amount of stuff breaking. Just look at it. The lava's breaking shit that shouldn't break. Because of the frickin' bombs. You could just hear it going. And... boom. Okay. Ammo. Boom. Perhaps wire. Furniture. Platforms. I'm actually going to keep the walls on me. Bricks. Furniture. Furniture. Okay. And we can make a bunch of hellstone. Which now we can use to make the volcano. Molten pickaxe. Molten helmet. breastplate, greaves, and imp staff. And then we have run out of what we need, which is the Hellstone ore. But that should not be too much of a problem, because now, with all of this, I can at least retire that. And then that's the second part of what we need. I can now go whoomp, and we got an imp. Oh, they actually changed the design a little bit. No longer sitting. Okay. Next up on our list is with Nasty Volcano, honestly. Look at that speed. Okay. I think we could reasonably beat Queen Bee, but I want the Bazaar for it as well. But with what we have, I'm gonna go to the surface because I want to see if we can get anything useful on the surface, hopefully. And with all these walls, we can at least make it a little bit safer. But yeah, we got a good amount of stuff that we can use now. I might refight the Brain of Cthulhu just to get more tissue samples, but I'm not 100% sure yet. I mean, it's not like I need it. Though the Brain of Confusion could unironically be really useful right now. And this is why I like the volcano. And then let me just do this. Limiting the spawns even more. Awesome. Because yeah, limiting the spawns for these is gonna save us so much time. Okay. Yeah, that'll be a problem if I don't deal with it. So, I will say, from what I've seen, a lot of people are still talking about Poca Pocopia. And, like, still giving it really good reviews. And it's like, it's one of the few reasons I'm like, you know, if it weren't for the GPU stuff, I would actually debate getting a Switch 2. Like, more. Just because of, like, there's actually a reason for me. Because otherwise, I'll just wait. Otherwise, I'd just wait till Winds and Waves came out. Because I like Pokemon. And it's like, the look of the improvements that they've made to just, like, the stuff in general looks amazing. So it's got me really curious on what else will be different. So, that's part of it. But yeah, it's like, most of the stuff I play, I can just play on Switch 1. Or cheaper, in some cases, for Switch 1. Since I don't really play a lot of, like, stuff, I didn't really see much of a worth until, like, later on in its cycle when you're more likely to get, like, cheaper stuff. that, and it's like you got no issues that aren't like talked about enough where it's like, okay, now I know. But yeah, that's something I've been dealing with of like, where have I been putting my other healing? There's my fishing stuff. Oh, yeah, because I'm gonna switch out for these now because we're gonna need it more than ever. So let's turn these into those. Can make a few iron skin. That'll be useful. Okay. Okay. I definitely am going to need more stuff from the jungle, but with what we got, we're doing, like, really good. A meteorite... Oh, shit, no, we have to brain a Cthulhu for meteorite. The one downside of it. I think I'm going to stick around for, like, those guys. Because if I can kill enough hornets, I should be able to get a Bazaar. And if I can get the opposite of it from just Shimmer, that'd be good. Plus, we don't really know where the larva is. I think it might have been there, but we... Actually, no, we never summoned it, so... Uh-oh! That was a mistake. Crap. What are the chances I would accidentally hit it with the whip by pointing it into, like, a specific corner? Like, that can't be high. Actually, do I have any... How many... I do not have a lot of bottles. Let me actually make some. I need glass, don't I? And... There we go. And then I can take some of these up to here, where I can make some honey bottles. 30 and should be more than enough. Okay. Now with these, I should... Oh yeah, I forgot I can make honey stuff. Yeah, I can make an abomination now. I'll make 3 of those. Then we got our boss thing here. Okay, it's AM, so we can't really fight some of those. But now we have a way to summon the queen now. Also, the merchant always makes me think for a moment. Wait a minute, is that the traveling merchant? But I'm like, wait a minute, I never saw his message. Also, isn't there like 2 per hive in this, if I remember correctly? So we aren't completely like boned. Bro ran away. Oh, that's what got in my way. I'm like, why did it, like, I randomly stop? It was a random mud block. Okay, let's go try and find the shimmer. We mainly need to look for big patches of stone. Because that's how you can tell the difference in this world. I can't remember if it's up or down, though. Because if I remember... I'm going to double check. I'm like going to double check. Interesting. If this was Celebration, we'd have an easier time, but otherwise it's the same as normal. So that's at least something we know for sure. So that's at least a plus. So we'll actually, like, have an idea. It just means the generation is barely changed. So it could be anywhere from down to up. But it will still be on the same side. And since we're not on Celebration, we can't really see certain aspects of it. But we still can find it. Aye. Always gotta double check. Okay, I need to... preferably not get obliterated. So it could be anywhere from, like, in this area. It just won't be in the jungle. It'll be in the corruption. But we can mine Ebonstone now, so it's not as bad as it once was. Okay. And thankfully we have this little imp to help us. Oh, wait. I actually didn't realize it, means you can't be set on fire with this. I was gonna just double check to make sure I was, wearing the right armor. But, damn. More you know. I knew it granted immunity to fire block, but I didn't realize it meant you couldn't be lit on fire. That's actually kind of neat. I like little bits like that, where it's just like, even over 1,000 hours in this game, I still learn new crap all the fucking time, it feels like. And, like, yeah, there's some stuff where I have to, like, really, like, look in and be like, okay, double check. But I feel like with a game as big as Terraria, that makes a lot of sense. Okay. Don't really need the Demonite, but it's in the way, and we'll get it while we can. Okay. I can hear the corruption. Hell yeah. Huge dragon egg detected nearby. Ominous. I like it. Because Shimmer was added after the Zenith seed, if I remember correctly. So I don't think it's going to affect it too much. but I might be wrong. I know it has a specialty thing in the celebration seed, at least. Like, because it has a difference in its biome just for that seed. Where, like, there's shimmer around it as well. I will say, once we kill Queen Bee and get access to imbues, it's going to be so worth it to do another Hellstone grinding session. Awesome. I like how we're in the corruption, but we're also in a beehive. Logics. Yeah, I really do think we're gonna want a Beezor, though, for, frickin' Queen Bee, just because then we can completely nullify poison. Because that's, like, the main killer, is the poison. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, I can easily do this. And we should be fine. Okay. Oh, God. I hate that our corruption ended up on the side of the jungle because it means we have to deal with that. That is the one downside. We have to deal with those things. Okay, I'm gonna... So where we are over there, I could reasonably try and expand my bridge. It'll just take a little bit of extra work, which I'm okay with doing because it just means it's going to be easier for us to get around. Oh, boy. Sorry about the yawn. I honestly love the Axe of Regrowth because it's just so nice. And the fact that they changed it so it auto replants is just a mwah, chef's kiss. Just thing to do. Like, oh my gosh. It's a miracle. Ouch. I'll take the stinger. I do like myself some free stuff. But I also prefer survival. There we go. Boom. 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 That ricochet. Oh, that was a spike slime. Ominous. I will say, my biggest gripe with Skyblock is the fact that it is just slime block. I wish more of it was different. Like, I know very well that if there's no, like, if there are no demon altars or crimson altars left in your world, or there's no jungle temple altar left in your world, like, Plantera and Eye of Cthulhu, respectively, will drop, the missing thing. Like, I know that exists. So it can help with, like, oh, shit didn't spawn right, or, like, you used all of it for this. Here, let's fix that. And boom. Okay. I've been debating how I'm gonna, like, redo hollowed trees and stuff, because I want to make some custom hollow trees. I just haven't figured out the exact way I want to do it yet. That's the one part that I still haven't figured out. Because otherwise, I actually have, like, most of the, like, surface hollow done for my building. It's honestly a great way to relax. But yeah, like, the building definitely helps with, like, relaxation in this game for me. And I'm excited to try it more in other games like Astroneer and whatnot, just because I think it'll be fun. Port Keepers was okay. Like, I didn't mind it, but it still was one of those things of, I wish they did a few things a little better, but that's just more of a me thing. Yeah. I also will say, I did play a little Core Keeper in my off time, and I have yet to get any of the drops from any of the Hydras. Like, none of the Hydras have dropped their fucking legendary bit. Like, the new boss did. Skahabar did. But the Hydras, no. And I have officially killed, like, around 10 or 12 of each of them now. Like, I have not had good luck whatsoever. And in terms of, like, pets, I found that if I'm going to go for every variation of pet, I might as well just do the slimes, because they're going to be the easiest to get. And literally the only one I'm missing is the magma one, which is the easiest. Otherwise, I maxed out my skills that aren't mining. That's the one I still need to max, just because I've been too lazy to. I literally just need to dedicate an afternoon or like an evening on a weekend and just mine through the entire world. Like, that's all I really need to do. And then with Astroneer, I've been thinking about how I want to do it, and I have a few ideas. It's just going to take a little bit of time and effort to do. It's going to be a lot of just do this, do that, do this, do that. But I don't mind it. I'm just happy I ended up finding play by the end of last stream. Because if I hadn't, I would have actually spent time off stream over the weekend trying to find it. Because I had time over the weekend. I was like, I might as well play some things. Played a little bit of Mugenics and stuff as well. My most recent Mugenics run was an all-mage run. Like, all 4 of my cats were mages. It was really fun. I also need to make a comic of, like, some of my experiences in gaming. Because there's some really funny moments for just games I've played by myself. From Legends EA to Mugenics, which is just like, oh yeah, like, I had a tank with borrow mana and eat rock when I first ran into one of the Act 2 bosses. And it was really funny because that's what ended up, because it basically just, it was the one that followed, one of the ones that comes to attack your house. Specifically when you go the top path. So then I'm not spoiling anything. But I managed to get borrowed mana on a tank with Eat Rock. And it was really fucking funny. Because mix that with the fact I had a mage, and I just can't I can't unimagine the cat just unhinging its mouth while the other cats watch in horror as it just gobbles down this boss for breakfast like a bird. And it's both so terrifying yet so, like, beautiful at the same time. And there's just that small part of me that wants to draw that. And then just tag Edmund and just say, I love the fun combinations I can do in this game just because it is a really dumb combination, but really funny. Another one that I found really fun and just kind of weird was one of the set bonuses I got with upgraded mini-me. I basically had 3 copies of myself, and it was just 3 mages of varying power just blasting, just doing their thing. It was really fun. I honestly really do enjoy playing games like Mutagenics. I don't know if I'll ever play it again on stream or not, but I definitely know I'm going to play it again in my spare time a lot more. My personal file, I have now officially hit, like, when I wrote my review for the game, I was at 67%, but now I'm at 76%. So I basically just flipped the numbers. It's like 76 or 70, it's like 75, 76%. So it's not like super far, but it's like, considering the fact that most of the stuff I have left is like just in general gonna be a pain in the ass. It's like, like, I still haven't fought the final Act 3 boss because I think I know how to get to it. It's just I lost my hunter before it, and I did not want to lose my cleric to licking something that I didn't know what it did. And it's very possible it would have opened up the way, but I'm just like, I'm not losing my cleric when I already lost one of my cats to the previous boss. Because the cat I lost was like my big damage dealer too. Because it was my hunter that was like my big damage dealer. So it was like, oh god, when I watched him get eaten alive. Truly a horrifying sight. But even then, I figured out a few things that I can do at least about that in the future. I just need the right setup to like feel comfortable going through Act 3 again like that, because I just don't really have like any items that are worth it right now. The only one is like the cleric tiers. That's it. But otherwise, I don't really have much. So it's like, well, shit. And even then, I have to get lucky as well. Because if you get unlucky like I did, I got like really good early luck. And then as soon as I got to the next part, it's just, oh yeah, here, throws multiple enemies that can insta-kill your cats. And it's like, are you freaking serious? Because there's just some things you don't want your cats to deal with. Because it's just, yeah, this is going to suck to deal with. And then there's other things that are like, yeah, no, this will outright just end my run. And it was the second one. It was a run ender type thing. Oh wow, another cloud in a bottle. The Bazaar! got what I needed. I just need a second one if I want to get the adhesive bandage as well to stop bleeding. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna want to like work on getting the stuff for the Ankh charm, because the Ankh shield's gonna be so ungodly useful in this. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is just mine a bit of this. Try and make at least a place where I can empty some of this honey. Okay, so about... Yeah, so I mined one a little too low. That's okay. But I know what I must do. That should help. Ah. There we go. Now I can empty that on two sides. What do I not need? Shurikens. Hive wall. I honestly just don't need walls. Okay, let's go empty my inventory real quick. Gonna put the Bazaar here. Arcane is okay. Definitely not what I would have picked, per se, but still worth it. Platforms. Furniture. Statues and graves. More accessories. Well, with the Bazaar, I at least can be immune to the poison of Queen Bee. So I want regen, swiftness, iron skin, and we'll take a red's potion as well with us. I'm gonna put the Bazaar on first. Hard, armored, quick, warding. Oh, before I forget, gonna want this. Where's my arena chest? This is good to have. A few other things I will want will be up here. I want a campfire and a heart lantern. Okay. And now, let me do this. They've changed Queen Bee's theme so much. God, I gotta get used to the new dodge. Not dodge, dash. Ugh. Yeah, those bees just appearing definitely are not helping. How am I gonna take care of that? I didn't even think about that part. That was the one issue I didn't think about. Damn. I'll probably need to cover up, like, this bottom part then, and, like, top part. I could try and remove, like, the walls, but that will take forever. But even then, it's very limited. I thought it was worth a try at least. And I also should probably make a secondary platform. Now I'm just starting to think out loud a bit. God, I have so much that I've been just, like, thinking about. Yeah, March is gonna be such a busy month for me because my birthday is this month. And not just that, but you mix that with the fact that half of our D&D group is born in March. So we're gonna be doing, like, semi-party D&D stuff. Then you have the fact that I have a funeral on the 13th. It's just, so much to do, so much to see. Here, I'll do that so I can at least get some extra health regen. I forgot to put that down, too. Am I using the Crimson Rod enough to make it worth it? I might replace the Crimson Rod. Just so I can do this more. Well, it died to the fire. The real problem. But it does mean I can do this quickly, and I can put this away. Okay, now that that's figured out. I'm also going to want to get rid of these tombstones before I create a graveyard biome, because that's going to become a problem. Break this one. Don't want to miss this one. I'm gonna have so many headstones by the end of this. I think the craziest part is, in my journey world, the amount of time it took me to get all the tombstone types is surprisingly long. Like, I didn't get all of them till it was hard mode. Because I just was having so much bad luck getting them. Because one, I wasn't dying a lot. And two, it's just, oh wow. Damn, this ghost's been following me a long time. Okay. Okay, so on here, it's 4 up versus 3 up. So yeah, that will need to go down 1. Okay. We'll just open this up a little bit. There we go. It's not a lot, but it will do something. Oh, those damn dart trap slimes. I'm just gonna say, Red is so evil for coming up with that. They are such annoying slimes to deal with. Also, does this still work? No, it does not. Okay, yeah, it does help counteract it, though. Because I couldn't remember if it got rid of it or counteracted it. I just knew it, like, made it so poison wasn't really a problem. Oh, there goes that guy. Nice, 50 of them. My god, the dang hornets. These hornets are gonna be a huge problem. Okay, let's just... There it is. Let's just grab, like, a few hundred. 200 should work. Oh, and 3. Okay. Back to the grind of trying to get to the shimmer, wherever it may be. Because I can tell you with certainty it is not an exact oval. I know from experience. And it annoys me knowing that there's just a few blocks off on it. Like, the amount of pain. I always forget I can use this to, like, counteract Queen Bee. Oh, traveling merchants here. How nice. I do wonder what enemy has killed me the most in this world. Because it's probably between bats and hornets. Like, it has to be between those. Well, I can at least do this. Which will at least let us continue forward. Okay. Let's keep moving. As we die. Even the molten armor can't always save us. But we have gotten the bridge there now. Now, where's this merchant? Cool, he's up here. Stopwatch is movement speed, right? Yes, so I already have that. Boy, I wish I had this in my journey world, because I'm missing it. Oh boy, a scarab fish. Because I'm missing only the green team blocks in my journey world. It's literally the green team blocks, the only team block I'm missing. And then the rest of the stuff is like banners and mob drops. Or stuff I can't craft because I don't have the mob drop. That's it. And it's mainly rare things. Crazy, I know. It's one of those things where I've actually thought about just making an entire Excel sheet so I can like mark off like not only my Pokerogue stuff instead of using like a Google Doc, using an Excel sheet, but also using it for that as well, because it's like, might as well. That bee was like, I'm gonna get, and then just died before it could finish its sentence. There's a ghost. We could reasonably try and kill Queen Bee with bees as well, thinking about it. It's not like it isn't possible. We could. It would be funny as hell. But we'd need to make some sort of mechanism for it. I'd need to figure out a good way to, like, make it work. Okay. Yeah, once we get to the very corner of, like, the very side of the world, we can dig. Oh my, that's a big boy. We can dig to, like, the very side of the world and then dig up and down until we can find that shimmer. Because that's the main thing we're going to need. The leader of worlds. The good part is we're going to be able to get some mimics and stuff too. Once we get the Knight's Edge, though, oh, we're going to be golden. Also, this feels odd. Like, that's a very oddly straight-looking area for just normal corruption. Okay. Okay, with where we are, this is the side we need to be on, because it will be within this area. So we're going to need to think smart with this of, like, what's going to be our best way to, like, take out chunks. We could use spelunkers, but it's going to be limited with what we can do with only spelunkers, because we'll be able to mark off areas of, like, okay, there's ore here and here, but it'll only do so much. Thank God for the Zappinator. Honestly, one of the best weapons they've ever added to this game is the Zappinator. Oh, there's a Mimic. And a boulder. It's a lava boulder. There we go. Anyways. Let's get a few light sources down. Ooh, water chest. Not that it matters too much to me right now. And there's some normal grass. See some sharks, meaning we are technically in the ocean biome now. Which is kind of crazy to say out loud. Goodbye, traveling merchant. Damn, that was a lot of damage. There we go. Okay. Yeah, like going through some of the stuff I've missed in the journey world. I know like some of them are like obvious of like, yeah, you can easily miss that, like the trophies for certain bosses and mini bosses. Well, actually just bosses, because mini bosses don't have them. And it's stuff like Flying Dutchman and like I'm missing most of the trophies and whatnot, but when it comes to relics, of course I have them all, but when it comes to master mode pets and whatnot, that's a whole separate thing. I have more of those than I do of the trophies though, which is kind of neat. Like random little fun fact. So nervous about that worm. Well, it's dead. Ooh, Death Bloom is blooming. Shimmer! Oh my gosh, it does act like the celebration seed. There's some shimmer. Meaning we found the shimmer. Okay. And then we can make a shimmer pylon and whatnot, if we so choose. Which the answer is probably going to be, yeah, that's a smart idea. Okay. Almost there. There we go. So it is going to be Ebonstone mainly. There's some more shimmer. Yeah, this is what I meant by the shimmer in the celebration. I didn't know if it was going to be the same or not. Seems it will be, so that's great to know. Yeah, they're up there. That seems to be where it's gonna be. Thank God, though, we found this. Bum bum. I mean, there's definitely enough shimmer here that I can actually, like, shimmer crap. Here's gonna be a big pool of shimmer. Oh, some recall potions. Nice. There's that crystal. There we go. Now we're starting to get a bunch of stuff. I forgot boulders bounce like that. That one's a risky one to get without falling through the shimmer. And it's not like I can exactly bomb the shimmer either, because that's just gonna bounce the fuck back. Here, I can do this. Oh wait, I can walk on the shimmer, I forgot. But now I can do this. And then this. Psh. Awesome. What else? What else? What else? Okay. You look at all this shimmer. I think there's the shimmer button somewhere around here. It is, at least. You can hear it fading lightly, meaning it's almost to the point where you can just make a shimmer biome. It's like, it's just not there just yet. But it's dang close. And there's an underground house. Like, look how far we had to mine for this. I genuinely might remake this house. Like, mine down a bunch of stuff and remake it. Just so we have our shimmer pile on here. Okay, I need that. Here's what I'm gonna do. I need to get rid of shit. And then I need this. So that I can at least make something here. Oh wait, I forgot. We're in corruption. It's not gonna work. Never mind. We'd need to, like, have a full-on, like, shimmer-esque, like, thing going. We'll just put a piano here. Random door. And I can use this to get rid of, like, some of the blocks I don't have as much of. This is why I wish we had purification powder, but now we can actually get it with the shimmer. Because we can purify the vile powder and the vicious powder into purification powder. What do I want to shimmer as well? I need some other things I need to shimmer. Where's my dirt? Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. Or melee. Another accessory. More statues. Walls. And platforms. What would I even want to shimmer here? That's the issue. I don't know what I would shimmer. Because the shimmer only can do so much. Because with what we have, I mean, I could reasonably like do this. Come over here, make some vile powder and vicious powder, and then use that. But under like the actual list of shimmerable items, what else? Ooh yeah, fruit. Does spicy pepper count? I wonder. It looks like it does. I'm looking at the thing. We have one of those. I doubt we do. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think we have one of those. I could make an Axarain. We'll want a pylon for the Aether pylon. Aether pylon. Okay, what else? Could turn this into a wilted clover, but no. Oh. That is one thing I could do, actually. I could reasonably get a balloon pufferfish if I want a balloon. Trying to think what else. Because the ones I know because if we can get another Bazaar, we could get an adhesive bandage at least. But yeah, that's about it. Most of the stuff is hard mode or like random items slash the gem critters, and then like grass, and then luck based stuff. And of course, last but certainly not least, so yeah, because the last thing that I feel like not everyone knows, and I found out only recently, is if you try to shimmer a king slime summon, the slimy crown, it will summon a slime. Not a lot of people know that. Because it's a newer thing. Makes getting the music box for it way easier, too. Once we beat Skeletron, though, we'll be able to make the Knight's Edge, which is going to be a huge edge for us, like, as a whole. I might defeat Brain of Cthulhu, like, fully, just so we can get the meteorite to spawn. Just because it'd be worth it. there's some of the gold we could use. Okay. Back in the shimmery areas. That guy got volley-whopped. And boom. And actually, what I'm going to do real quick is... Okay. And then I can do this. Which then I can finish off. There we go. Look at all that shimmer, though. Also gonna get rid of this. Just for my safety. Okay. I need to remove so much around here that I don't think it's fully worth it to, like, do every single bit of this, but... Ugh, I hate that sound. It's just gross. You know what's one thing I find really interesting, but also kind of weird? Did you know that there's technically a height limit for certain parts of the military, if not in general? Like, I find that to be such a random, weird little thing. Like, it's one of those things where you just gotta ask yourself, why? Like, it just is more of a curiosity thing than anything. Yep, Aether is up. There's a chest. Okay. This is what I need. It's not perfect, but it's something. I honestly really like the Aether background. You know, I should have checked for traps. That's on me. I should have checked for traps. Okay. Also, while I'm here, I might as well just do this. And just get this going through. God, I barely been here, and these guys are already spawning loads. There we go. I can at least block off part of it while I'm over here. Okay. The jungle is such a deadly place in this. as you can see. All it takes is one man-eater. Like, oh boy. A man-eater. Thanks. Well... I can at least section this part off now. I mean, that's at least a plus. And it will give us a second row to run on, which is a plus as well. Anyways. Having fun with the space gun aside. Okay. Making our way to the shimmer. We are almost there again. Bonk, bonk. For my sake. Like, it doesn't mean they won't spawn, but it will at least help. There we go. Okay. I will say the nice thing about those things being so big is that it means it's harder for them to actually, like, get to that point where they become a problem. Ambrosia. Because, yeah, I genuinely just want to be able to do this. Because it's not a lot, but it's something. Like, even being able to do that is so nice. To deny the corruption even a little bit of space here. Like, it definitely won't stop it from, like, being a corruption biome, but it will stop it from, like, being as prevalent, which is good enough. Okay. Wasn't even fully worth it. And the thing is, we won't be able to make the Aether Pylon work yet, but... I might do something about that on-stream or off-stream. I'm not 100% yet, but... Hmm. I feel like this one over here is probably my best shot. Awesome. And then I can do a bit of this. Well, it's something. Okay. Let's just put that in there. Actually, no, that should be in lighting. Statues / graves. Mushroom. Ores and gems. And dirt. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna want some of that dirt real quick for the Queen Bee arena. Yeah, I think, like, I'm gonna go this high with it. Which will at least, ow, allow me some form of, like, knowledge on what I'm doing. My dogs are barking at something again, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like I can guess what it is, and it's something dumb, like evil. Especially since it's only Athena and Baker. It's not Dewey. It's not anyone else. Just Athena and Baker. Which is usually how it ends up when it's not important. Athena's the only one that usually barks. Sometimes Baker. Baker usually stops after a bit. But Athena, no, she just will keep going. She's allowed now. Which, like, same, but... dang. She treats it like she's dying. Because of how much she freaking barks. Also, holy slimes, Batman! Jesus. These hornets are annoying. Yeah, I'm gonna need to, like... I honestly should upgrade my ham axe as well, but... I mean, my not ham axe, my hammer. Just thinking of the hammer because the ham axe is similar. It's the same hammer power. And it's very slow speed versus average. Like, ugh. And I can already see what I need to do. Because as you can see from this, like, this alone is going to take for frickin' ever. But I can at least use it to my advantage. I wish there was, like, just a wall version. You get me? Like, just a wall bomb. All it does is break walls. That'd be amazing. Okay. Yeah, this is the process we're gonna have to do a bit of if we don't want them in, but with what we have now, we'll have a little extra. And as long as I remember to dash without double tapping, because I could reasonably do both. Where's controls? I mean, I've played this game so long now where it's like I'll leave that on as a backup, but I should be fine now. Okay, potions. I need regen. Okay, regen, Spivness, Earn Skin, Thorns, Summoning. Ammo res is pretty nice. And magic power, mana regen, and hunter. I got my food buff I'm gonna want. Is there any other thing? Oh yeah, sharpening station. Oops. Okay. With what I have, this should work. I just need the Abeemination. And then I can summon. Gotta remember my older strats. God, she's so fast. But I know that's like legendary mode for you. I forgot to switch to the Beezor. It's the random stuff that can spawn as well. Okay. And then having to dodge the regular enemies on top of that does not help my situation. Frick. I thought she was gonna dash. Like, these zombies and shit. I don't know why she hasn't dashed, but... Oh my god. Then you have the tiny bees. Oh my god. Damn it. Oh, it's all those enemies that keep appearing. Like, that's my biggest problem. Okay. How am I gonna deal with that? In the only sensible way I can think of. Don't want things to spawn. I gotta make this box a bit smaller so shit can't get through. Because, yeah, then I can keep it a little more enclosed. Because that, honestly, is so damn annoying. Because these things just appear. They don't have a rhyme or a reason to be the way they are. They just choose to be. Okay, here's what I need. A Beamination, Regen, Iron Skin, Swiftness, Summoning. Okay. And then Hunter is nice because I can see it better. It helps me a good bit. Okay. And in terms of food buffs, like, I guess I'll use my normal seafood dinner. Tried to think what else I have that might be useful. Because I don't have, like, a Bast statue or anything. As nice as it would be. Okay, I need this on. We have our Molten on. Got... Okay, I'm just gonna do this, let my minions do most of the work. Because I use the Hunter potions for the small bees, because those are some of the most annoying. Okay. Okay. God, she feels so much faster than normal. There we go. The bee's knees, and it's lethargic. We got bee nades. Okay, we got some of the stuff I wanted. I don't think we have enough bee wax, though. For, like, everything. Okay. Okay, where's... There he is. Because I am going to do this. Staunch, broken, broken. Hell yeah. Because I am going to make a quick switch up for this. I want the bees. Okay. Vanity-wise. One in decor. Accessories. More vanity. And then we got the bee nades, which are pretty dang useful. Yeah, because the bee armor altogether is 20, 34. But this is 14. It is less damage, though. Do I want to stick with the imp, though? You know what? Fuck it. I'll stick with the imp for once. But we can still make, like, more bee nades and stuff. Jesus! There we go. Because now, with Fabled, look at that. It's going to be so nice. But I can also do another one. Yeah, that final phase there is just so hard to dodge. Like, unironically. I think I just heard something explode. I am surprised, though, that they changed her, like, theme. Because I find it kind of weird that they just decided to change her theme again, of all things. Because it just felt odd to me. There's the witch doctor. Because I can deal poison or fire if I so choose with any of my weapons. Which is partially what I want. And actually thinking about it, I kind of... Like, the Star Crash is only good with certain, minions. Which is why I'm debating whether or not I want to, like, go back, kill the brain and whatnot to get it. Like, it might not be a bad idea, per se, but definitely something I'm debating. $51 HP, damn. if I had just gotten a little better timing with that, it would have been good. That's a shame. We still did beat Queen Bee. Hello, Witch Doctor. Viewing station. Okay. Here we go. So I need to make sure there's enough space here that I can still do everything I need. Because I believe the alchemist table is about that size. So I can do this, that. I can put this ice machine away. Because, yeah, I have a lot of furniture. I just don't need everything here. Like, I could reasonably move that, but meh. Okay, let's go get some vile mushrooms and whatnot as well. But first, I will say we did get pretty damn close with that queen bee. And boom. Okay. But yeah, we will need more stone so I can just finish this up. Because, yeah, I'm gonna want to, like, make sure this is lit up for our sake. Mainly so we don't die. Do, do, do. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom. 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 Okay. There we go. God, look at all the brambles. Well, the good part is, with what we have now, we can at least make it a little farther. Okay. There we go. Definitely got the mushrooms we need. And we're getting some of the banners we need as well. Okay. Thank God for the dash. Because it has made this so much more viable. I still made it pretty far through there. I just know if we're not careful, we will get sucked out into the atmosphere. Awesome. Now I can do that. Meaning I can now go up here, craft 30. Then I can go here. I have exactly enough. And I can just double check a few things. Take a regen, an iron skin, a swiftness. Oh, I'm out of bottled water. Well, that shouldn't be too big of a problem. Because I believe, yep. Just make a bunch more bottled water. Meow. Perfect. Now I can go here. Craft a new summoning potion. Some magic power potions. And we can start making our way up. I'm probably going to end up using the volcano mostly over, like, magic, but it's still good to have. Plus, this will do so much. Like, just in general, the bees help a lot. Because that second phase of Brain of Cthulhu, we're going to definitely need the volcano more than, like, the other stuff. Bees! Dang it. I got really unlucky with my stuff there. From the random Shelly to getting stuck on a block. Oh yeah, I forgot. I don't have Crimson ore, do I? Nope. Oh shit, I still need to get health. Oh my god, I keep getting dragged all over the place because I realize, oh shit, I still need to do blank. Which is the most ADHD thing. It also means we can technically mine into the dungeon, though I don't think that would end too well. But if we can find a good spot to do it, we would be able to get ourselves a few goodies and gadgets, maybe some gizmos. At luckiest, we get a bewitching table. At worst, we get nothing. We could also, maybe if we're lucky, get an alchemy table. Amazing. I know. Those things are awesome. And bonk. Wahoo! Awesome. At least we can get a bit more hellstone while we're here. I should try and make this pickaxe rapid, but that'll take a bit. But it definitely would be worth it to do. Especially when it comes to the ore upgrades and whatnot. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Can get a little bit more. Because I do want to upgrade so I can get the lava-proof fishing net. Because once we do that, we can get lava fish, which means we can get those inferno potions. If we so choose, we can use these to make the fiery imbues. Stuff like that. So it'll be useful. Two, three. Just creating a giant crater filled with lava and ash. There we go. And I can just grab a bunch more hellstone here. Ah, yes. There we go. Look at all that hellstone. Slowly disappearing. Really satisfying, honestly. So I probably should have grabbed the mining potion. And that's on me. God, I hate ash in this world. You hit one wrong ash block and you just get collapsed on. Just gotta stand back a little bit. Oh, great. Fire him. My favorite. A long pig? The fuck? That is an interesting sentence. Like, a very odd but interesting sentence. Okay, now that I got that, I can make a bit more hellstone. And now I'm out of obsidian. But I can make the bug net. Okay, you got anything worthwhile for me to catch? Ocean? I mean, if I grab this... I can at least try over here since we know it technically is ocean. I should have grabbed a sonar. Let's quickly do that. Because yeah, I want to get some of these quest fish just so we don't have to get them later, but also because they're useful. There we go. I'll take crates when I see them just because they're useful. Same for like the balloon puffer fish and whatnot. Neon tetra. Ooh, balloon puffer fish. Double cod. I'll take a rockfish. It's actually better than the hammer I have. That's actually kind of funny. And sad. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, we know, like, yeah, they can sell the ocean pylon, so we are within that area. Shit, we could buy the pygmy necklace. God, is it just me, or does it feel like it got more expensive for the pygmy necklace? Because it kind of feels that way. Or is that just me? Like, going crazy. It's scraggling time. I love that that's actually, like, a frickin' painting. Like, they have so many random things now that you can get. Bass. The issue is, I don't know if you can really get ocean fish easily in this. It's like the biggest problem. Neon tetra. He really wants me to get a neon tetra. Double cod. I might do more fishing, like, off stream, to be completely fair. But I'm gonna at least finish the sonar potion and stuff. Yeah, because trout, I believe you can only get in the ocean. So, like, we're just getting unlucky. Which does happen from time to time, but... Dang. Yeah, at this point, I'm just gonna catch anything that's not a bass. Or, like, double cod. Because we can at least use it for, like, food. Dang it. I already know the amount of time I'm gonna spend fishing here alone is gonna be, like, sickening. Honestly, there's times where I do kind of wish I could auto fish. Sadly, that is not a vanilla feature. Big sad. I can at least get, like, food, though. That's our biggest, like, issue right now, is making sure we also have, like, food. Got a second scraggle in time. I love that there's so many, like, weird references in Terraria to, like, the community and whatnot. Another wooden crate. If I could get a desert, actually, if I could get a sandstorm in a bottle, I could reasonably make a bundle of balloons if I got enough balloon pufferfish. Like, thinking about it, like, it's not unreasonable for me, which is kind of crazy. So I'd need to fish a lot in the desert, and I might end up making one of the fishing spots in the desert as well. I definitely want to make one in like the main biomes that I can easily access so far, mainly for the sake of getting like the fish I need for stuff. Like ebon koi would be good for wrath potions. Um Rock lobster would be pretty good as well for some of this stuff. Oysters would be a nice little mini food source. Plus, if we get a pink pearl, we can up our luck. What else? Of course, you got the quest fish, which are always useful. We could get different crates of different items that could be very useful to us, from shadow orb drops to um crimson heart drops to other stuff in general. And then once it's hard mode, we also have the chance of getting like the different fishing stuff, like the fishing weapons, Toxicarp, Blade Tongue, stuff. Ebon Koi, I think is not that one. No, it's Toxicarp. Yeah, Toxicarp, Crystal Serpent, and then the Barnacle Staff. Like those should be really good to get. Like just in general, with the stuff that we need, it's just a bunch of random stuff, and doing a bit of fishing just is kind of nice here and there. Gives me time to just relax. Yes. I will take stinkfish though, because bad luck can help us with certain things later on. It also is almost daytime, so once it turns daytime, we'll have to recheck the frickin' angler. Because, yeah, we need stuff from the angler. Double cod. Ooh, a frog leg. That's actually not bad. Lardfish. Bass. Yeah, it's gonna take a bit of quest doing, but I think I could probably get like a few of them done, even if it's just off stream. It'd just take time. And our variegated lardfish, always useful, always useful. Because those summon potions can matter a lot here. Boom. And boom. First off, let's see what new surface and underground. Yeah, like I'm gonna fish on the surface. It's a death wish right now. Also, we're gonna get so many paintings by the end of this. Okay, so lesser mana. Fish. I could reasonably make a fart in a balloon at this point if I go and shimmer this. So I need to do this. Anyways. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if the queen bee is meant to be that fast or not, or if I just accidentally, like, made a mistake. I can't remember. Like, I remember the most random crap. Like, my memory with stuff is very specific on very random things. And I don't know why. Like, you have me over here who has trouble with names and even people's gender. Even if they're born this gender, I still can fuck up people's genders. That's how bad I can be with gender. And it's like, I think about it, and it's like, there's been so many times where it's like, I make that type of mistake, yet I can remember the exact code to a place that no longer exists and how to enter the frickin' like back room, which I could then move back, push the door open, and you had a secret bunker that was not fully sealed up. Like, this is the random shit I remember. I have a very weird fascination with stuff like that, where it's just like, yeah, it makes sense. I'm autistic. Yeah, it's the frog webbing. I could reasonably use this, but I do want to get like Paraspark boots eventually, but that's its own thing. Just gonna take a while. And the traveling merchant's here. Maybe he has something useful for us. Who's to say? He's not here, so he is over here. DPS meter. Already got it. Yeah, the stuff I'm missing at this point is like really, really random crap. If I remember correctly, it's like just, yeah, I need compass, depth meter, tally counter, radar. But I have the depth meter and radar. I just need the tally counter and compass, which good freaking luck. I mean, I guess we should at least look for like the entrance to the dungeon. That might be a worthwhile thing to look forward and try and find. Okay, do 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 do. I'm gonna do this real quick. Mainly so I can. Never mind. I don't know how long this will go down, but it will go down enough. Hopefully. I mean, it's going down a good chunk, so it's at least something. Get this rope going so we don't need to worry about it anymore. Then we can just, like, we don't need to fly up here in the way we do. And I hope to frickin' find, like, a lava charm, or at least a magma stone. And, like, an obsidian rose. I might farm for it a bit. But, yeah, I need those things eventually. Thank God for the bees knees, though. Like, look at all that. Just sending the bees everywhere. Forgot. Gonna need this for the cactus. Well, there's more of the dungeon. Okay. I can make my way over this way, at least. Also, I really don't need this on my hotbar right now. Okay. Oh, a dig toys. I mean, this is a good time to try and figure out how this works. Okay, I just have to click on the way I want him to go. So I might actually use that to my advantage. I don't know what it just tried to have me activate, but it was something. Bees. Oh, he can't mine desert fossil? Oh no, he can. He just happened to get stuck. Honestly, thank God for this. Oh, he only goes, like, so far. Oh, wait, no. He just happened to hit something. There we go. Okay. And boom. I see some Scarab Bomb. Always nice. You know what? Go, dig toys. Oh, can he not? Okay, so he can't mine Demonite. That's good to note. I actually like that he has limitations like that, because then you're not forced to use. Then it's not like, oh, you should always use him for this, or this. But then there's also going to be points like that where he just falls. I feel like that's kind of just one of those inevitable things that'll happen. And he doesn't do too good with sand. Oh, there it is. There's the dungeon tree. Goes directly to the surface as well. What? Okay. Are you fucking serious? Of all of the ones it could come out of, it was the frickin' slime. The frickin' slime. If that slime hadn't come out... Oh wow, look how close it was. Like, it was extremely close. You know, I never understood why they made it so they drop banana splits. Like, it's such a random drop. Like, of all them, you would think they'd drop the banana split in, like, the ice biome. It's just kind of weird to think about. Do, 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 do. Banana split. Let's make like a banana and split. But yeah, I deserve that. I deserved that one. That was a really bad joke. Ooh, a chest. It's obvious the antlions don't like my jokes. They find them too much of a pain. Yeah, look how high that we had to go. Are you freaking serious? Oh my lord. These antlions. I'll tell ya. They drive me crazy. And not in a fun way. Furniture. Platforms. Potions. Food. Or slash gem, I guess. They're fossils. They're basically a stone. You know, that just made me have like one of the most random thoughts. And that is, at what point does like, at what point during like the fossilization process would it become, instead of being like necromancy, would it become like golemancy? You get me? Because golemancy, they use all sorts of stuff for golems and stuff. Or would it be geomancy for like geology? Hmm. These are the random things that just sometimes pop into some man's head, just randomly. The good old brain moment. I mean, at least you can guarantee I'm gonna come up with some of the most weird crap out of nowhere and confuse the hell out of people. At least that's something that can be somewhat guaranteed. Hmm. Just lighting this place up a little. It's always useful. Just, bees. Nothing else. Just bees. We're never getting back to that place. I'm gonna need to make a better path. Like 100%, I need to make a better path. And of course, we have cactus spawning. Okay, so let's see. Up here, it would be like about here. So I need to go up quite a way. Anyways. Yeah, I'm turning this off because it's just gonna keep annoying the frick out of me. Okay. And I can then go boom, boom. Well, that's going to be an explosion and a half. Always good to note. Okay, yeah, this is going to hurt a little. But I feel like it's worth it in the end for this one. Just so we can get a, like, better path. Even if it's not perfect. So this gives me an idea. Okay, so if I went directly this way, I would be, like, a little above from where I just am. So let's do that. I have a feeling I'm going to need to do this. Lo and behold, my feeling was right. There we go. Okay. I think he might only go to your cursor. Which might be true for him. But it's annoying as hell for me. Because it just means I gotta do this. Meow. Well, he at least does work. I don't mind dig toys. Being useful. It also reminds me that I really need to play Pow World one of these days. I think next time it goes on sale, I might try and get it if I got the time and money to remember. Okay. Bees! Take the bees! Anyway. What were we doing again? Oh, yeah. Whomp. Bro just went, I ain't going the rest of this way. Well, he may not do the best with sand, but he tries his best. And that's what matters. Kaboom. And perfect. Awesome. There goes the slime. I can just do this. I mean, at least this does good for me. At least my imp is doing its job. Interesting. So if it hits a cactus boulder, it'll do a similar thing. Okay. Yeah, Dig Toys is good for like going down, but not exactly up or sideways. It's like mid. It's definitely not that fast either. Like, that's its other problem. And then if it hits a hole like this, well, it just decides it's had enough. Almost there. Oh boy, look at the wonders ahead of us. Definitely the longest he went uninterrupted. That's something. Look how close we are. We can do this. Okay. There we go. I find it weird how much cobwebs block light in this game. Like, it just feels odd. But that's more of just a personal thing. I've just kind of noticed them and like, huh, odd. Very odd. Okay. There it is. There we go. Awesome. There we go. And now I can use this to better help myself in not suffering. Also, the fact that Terraria now canonically use actuated blocks in their builds is kind of crazy. Oh, that's annoying. Okay. And boom. There's some dig toys. Just random dig toys, as you do. Womp. There's one of the things I might want to look at. There we go. Now I can just do this. Get loads of stuff. I actually didn't do a lot of exploring on the surface the first time I did this, thinking about it. I just never really cared to. There we go. It's blocked off mostly. I forgot granite biomes could spawn this high up now, though. The granite biome could at least get us some useful stuff if we cleared it out of lava. Okay, now I can just whomp, 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 and whomp. Okay. There we go. Let's see. The Bazaar I will put away for now. Same with the tooth necklace. I don't really need them right now. Just thinking of the easiest way we could reasonably get a lucky horseshoe, but I don't think I could reasonably get one in this world. Even if it would be really nice to have. Um, because I'm like, I'm just kind of thinking about it. So special wood, I'm trying to remember. So yeah, because I'm kind of looking at some of the stuff. Yeah, it doesn't really mention much about like anything being taken from it, but yeah. Hmm. Because honestly, within this boundary, there could be all sorts of stuff we just are missing. Like, genuinely. That is not where I meant to go. And actually, you know what? There's Big Toys. Okay. So seeing how little has been explored there, I think what I'm gonna do is... And I'll probably end up putting, like, a door here. Or something. Just cause I think it'll be useful. Oh no. We're about to have to say goodbye to our frickin' torches again. Goodbye, torches on the left side. Not that there really is much, to be fair. The good part is we can at least clear this out, which is also useful. Okay. And yeah, I will probably have to do a little bit of that so I can just bump. Because, like, Dig Toys is actually, like, not that bad when it comes to just, like, removing some of this stuff. And it gives us a chance to see some stuff we might have missed. Traveling merchants here, that's always nice. Okay, he's over here. Let's see. Zappinator. Nothing I need, really. Even if the blue chicken is tempting. Neem, neem. Like, this is genuinely, like, useful for, like, just getting some of the stuff done you need. Because it goes until it hits something, basically. So it's not bad. Do, 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 do. That's gonna be a problem. This dig toys is really making my life easier. Because I can also do this. It literally is just... You know what? I should keep this around for getting rid of lava. Like, genuinely. I heard an explosion. Oh boy. Oh. Go, my little chitlin. Chitlin? God, I'm turning into a cat. Dang chitlin. There's always that point in your life you hit that, like, moment you say something that one of your parents does, and it's just like, oh god, I really am becoming like them. Holy fuck! That was so loud! It just decided to choose violence today. And it didn't hit us, thankfully, but still, holy crap. Honestly, though, having this is going to be so nice. Because we could reasonably, if we wanted, just make this across the entire world. And just... Vroom, 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 back and forth. Go! Yes. This is very relaxing. I like that it goes back in the ball before it falls. Because it just stops certain things from getting screwed up. Just nice. Unless it's digging downwards. And then it goes till it can't, I'm guessing. And it's not like it's completely slow, it just takes a bit of time. So it's not like completely awful. Cool. The one big problem is like those small gaps where it's just like, yep, that's gonna be a problem. And then when he's not mining something, he's just really fast. Like, this unironically could be a very useful way to just, like, get rid of some Crimson and Corruption if it can break Ebon and Crimstone. Like, it'd be a good way to, like, box them out. Yeah, I definitely am gonna want to, like, make my snow biome house higher up. I'll just need to find a way to get rid of a bunch of the crimson and corruption. And the only real way I see that, like, happening is through farming out, like, the vile and, like, vicious mushrooms to shimmer into purification powder. And or mining it all out. I'll need to figure that out, though. That'll just take some time, though. Nice. Wom, 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 wom. Wow, 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 wow. Maybe the fairy will point us to something. Maybe it won't. Who's to say? His real enemy. 2 black holes. God, I'm so fast on ice. Where's it taking me? Oh, I see the chest. And then I can just have it go this way real quick. Then I can go around. I also realized I haven't been lighting this. That's gonna keep going. Some frost boots. Well, flurry boots, but meh. Oh, and there goes some of my water. Not gonna lie, I thought that was a bat for a moment. Like, genuinely thought it was a bat. The bats in Terraria are just really aggressive. You can hear him biting away. Look at this long line. One long ass line. But I think it's worth it. I mean, I could do this, but it's literally gonna disappear. Like, not even that far away. Yeah, and it's too fast to, like, keep a, like, the speed with it if it's not mining any blocks. But otherwise, it's not bad. It's at least helping us do our jobs a bit better. You think it's how... You know what? I just had a thought. Do you think that's how some of those people who are, like, big on AI think AI is gonna be? Because I'm just thinking about about, like, the reality of it, and it's like, yeah, no. I definitely think it's cool, though, that, like, we have all this technology that we never had before. Like, there's a lot of cool technology and just stuff around the world that's happening that has been, like, discovered and whatnot. Like, one of the things that comes to mind is the frickin', like, huge breakthroughs in cancer that were found more recently. Like, stuff like that is just so cool to me. This, like, disease we've spent so many years dealing with, and the possibility of, like, even if it's just more ways to deal with it and not, like, fully cure it, it's still, like, insane to me. Because these are things I, like, remember people dying to and just being like, yeah. Because it's like, it'd be pretty cool just to see that type of stuff, like, play out, finally get solved. And we know it's going to be expensive until they can actually make it more affordable, but still, to cure something like cancer would take so much, because you got to imagine, like, with how the cells react to cause that type of stuff, and, like, the different effects it can have, like, there's just so much that goes into, like, what causes that. Like, same thing with a bunch of other species and, like, their different issues. Like, some species don't deal with the same stuff ours does, like, and it's kind of like, it's kind of crazy when you think about it like that. Like, one of the things that pops into my brain of, like, weird, crazy facts that are just, like, when you know them, you're just like, oh, that explains a lot, is, like, the whole, your brain doesn't stop growing until you're 25. The group went to up to 25-year-olds. It didn't go further than that. So it's kind of like, well, yes and no. Yes, in terms of the study, but it was also, you know, only that far. I mean, it's similar with other stuff. Like, that's why I like looking into studies and stuff for this type of stuff, because one, it gives you a lot more context, but two, you can learn a lot of cool stuff just by looking at that type of stuff and looking at things in general. Like, one of the things I think about is, like, what started, like, um chiropractic, like, the chiropractic stuff. Like, chiropractors aren't exactly, like, real doctors. Like, if you look back at history on how they were, that, like, study was even founded, it was founded by a guy who talked to some ghosts in, like, a seance, and that's where he got the idea for it. That's it. And in reality, it doesn't really help, like, in general. It may help temporarily, but it doesn't help overall. But it's still interesting to think about. I mean, you have all these different things that led to its, like, the creation of so many different, like, aspects of our life and, like, what we experience. And you gotta think that there's just one day some random person decided, let's do this, and it ended up making something crazy. I mean, we wouldn't exist if some random fish didn't just decide one day, you know what? Fuck water. And just, like, science is so odd, but so funny at the same time. And it's the same thing with, like, just natural things in our world. Like, the corpse flower, for example. Or the terror birds. Or, like, hippos and their skeletons are terrifying. I mean, if I told you that sharks are friendlier than hippos, most people would be like, the hell are you talking about? But the people who actually know are probably like, yeah, that makes sense. Because in reality, like compared to sharks, between sharks and hippos kill more people per year than sharks. So in reality, if you're looking for something that's been a killer and a half, just look towards hippos. Those things are territorial as hell and terrifying. Or like the fact that we have like these tiny creatures like the brown recluse, which their bite can deal necrosis and literally cause your skin to just start rotting and just dying. Like, it's just the fact that that stuff is just normal nature is like insane to me. I mean, just in general, though, like think about the sheer amount of stuff, and it's like, geez, that's a heck of a thing. Because yeah, our world is just so interesting. I just think it's really cool that of all the things in our world, we have all these fancy, interesting bits of info about the most random stuff. And like, we literally live in a world where mold can be turned into like actual medication and stuff. It's just so neat. Like, the fact that something so dangerous to us can also be super helpful to us. And it's the same thing with a bunch of other like aspects of not just like nature, but just science as a whole. There's just so much that's like, oh yeah, here's this insert deadly thing. Like, for example, chlorine. If you breathe in the gas, it's gonna most likely kill you. If I remember correctly, it like makes a form of like acid in your lungs or something, like an acidic substance. And then you have sodium, which when it touches water goes kaboom. And then you mix them together and you get table salt, which is a lovely spice. And it's like, it's so weird that something like that can exist and be so dangerous in its like main components, yet completely edible. Like, for example, apples have cyanide, but it's like a healthy level of cyanide, which is such a that wouldn't kill you. And it's like, huh. Like, the world is a very weird and funny place. It's just so cool to me. I mean, we live in a world of so much wonder and magic in its own way. Like, even if it's not real, like, magic in quotations, as, like, we'd see it, if you went to, like, those various things, like, various dimensions, and then started talking science to, like, these magic users, they just call it magic. I mean, especially if you go back into time, they'd call it magic. When in reality, no, just science. That'll be useful. Uh, just gotta let that drain. Go, my child. God, look at the size of this tunnel now. Like, we have quite literally made the just giant tunnel a thing. I think this is long enough. Okay. Now, what we do is pop. I could reasonably go around here. There we go. I guess I'll start it here. So if I really wanted to start it, it'd be like where that porch is. So I think I'd reasonably want it to be like here. Yeah. And then what I can do is this. Ooh, a frog's head. Yeah, this should do some pretty nice work. And it even destroyed a pressure plate. How nice. I mean, we're off to a bit of a rough start, but definitely will fix this. Yeah, so this should be... Yeah, it's the same. And here comes the next problem. Old tunnels. Oh boy. I will say, I've been, like, looking at, like, future games to play, and depending on, like, because I know I'll inevitably want to play the new Pokemon games and stuff. I mean, literally one of my autistic interests. I mean, God, it's, like, right there. But it's, like, I definitely want to, like, play some Switch 2 games and, like, Switch games on stream. Like, just a shiny hunting stream would be fun, to be completely honest. Then, of course, the fact that you have Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch 2 eShop. Like, yeah, it's $20, $30, and it's like, yeah, it's expensive. But honestly, adjusted for inflation, compared to other stuff that is pretty cheap, and it does have all the events with home accessibility, which does make me go, so you're telling me I could shiny hunt for Deoxys with that event? Which might actually be kind of fun to do. Like, shiny hunt for Deoxys that way, and Mew. Those are two shinies I would totally love to get. Because shiny mythicals are a rare commodity. So the thought of, like, doing it sounds awesome. Plus, I have a bad feeling I'll need it for the home decks. And I hope it's not that way. I know Winds and Waves, I'm going to want 100% the decks because that's how I am with a lot of the new games. I will say, though, my favorite thing that I started doing was using new Pokemon that I had never used before, because it's really gotten me to try Pokemon that I probably never would have used. And the only exception is like starter Pokemon, because it's hard for me to just let go of a starter. Like, I mean, that's a bond and a half to let go of. Like, God, it would hurt me more to let go of my starter in general, because it's just like, I mean, that's my friend. Like, it's one of the reasons I know I would not do good in certain Nuzlocke situations, because I cannot sacrifice stuff for the life of me easily, especially when they're named, because it just is like, I love my Pokemon a lot. Like, I would give so much to just deal with Pokemon in general, because it's like, they're just so cool. And it's a huge part of my life at this point. I use it a lot, especially when I was younger, just in general. I mean, it's kind of crazy to think that it's 30 years old. Dear Lord. I mean, my first Pokemon game was frickin' Ruby and Sapphire. And it's like, looking at it now, it's like, God, look how many years it's been. And it's just like, damn. And one of the other things I find so interesting about Pokemon is every Pokemon has someone who has it as their favorite. Whether you believe it or not, there's always someone out there who likes that Pokemon. And I think that is such a cool thing, that despite everything, every single one gets its own chance to shine for the right person. Like, it's kind of nice when you think about it. I mean, you got all sorts of people who have different favorites. I mean, and that's just how it is. Like, I know I like Noivern. I know my mom loves Sudowoodo. I know a friend whose favorite Pokemon is Bruxish, because they like Triggerfish. And I'm just like, you do you. But it's just like, you think about some of these and it's like, damn. Because these are Pokemon that some are cool and known to be. Some are seen as goofy, bit weird, maybe not as well liked. And then some are seen as not likable or ugly, and it's like, in reality, there's still people who like them. I mean, I will say, the only generations of Pokemon that have gotten me to actually, like, have the hardest times debating a starter have been Gen 4 and Gen 10, weirdly enough. Like, I like all of the Gen 10 starters. Like, I'll have to see how they grow on me over time, but even now, like, I like all the Gen 4 starters. I like all the starters in their own ways. I definitely think that some of them get overblown. I mean, God, look at how Snivy and Chikorita are treated in their own regions. Like, good luck being a grass type in those regions. Kind of thing. It just happens to be way more apparent when it comes to Chikorita. But you mix that with the fact that Superior is also made to be more bulky than attack-oriented, and it's just like, oh boy. So when it got Contrary as a hidden ability, it actually became useful. It's just interesting, though. I mean, you have so many Pokemon that people just love or hate. I mean, when there's over 1,000, there's always going to be people who love or hate something like that. And it's just kind of interesting to me. I mean, it's its own, like, little subculture of just people who like the most random Pokemon. It's kind of neat just looking at it and just thinking to yourself, you know, I wonder what other Pokemon have these little niche fan bases. Because some Pokemon are definitely more loved than others. Looks at Charizard. Or like Pikachu, where it's like, yeah, that makes sense. Same with Eevee and like a bunch of the popular Pokemon. It's like, yeah, that makes sense. But then there's the ones that are less popular. It's just like pretty neat to see. Like for me, I have a Noivern on my desk because I really find it cute. I have an Articuno plushie, for God's sake, and stuff. Like, I know I have a few, like, off-brand plushies, but I don't care. I just enjoy getting them. Because I use some for, like, decorative stuff. Plus, Pokemon didn't have plushies of insert Pokemon at that time. Looks at Kyogre. Like, they only They only started to do more plushie stuff as time went on, and then you got the Sitting Beauties stuff that started, which is what my Noivern is one of the Sitting Beauties. I was able to actually get it before they sold out. I don't know if they stayed sold out or what, but it's kind of like, I look at it and it's like, I think when you look at the Pokemon Center site for like the different Pokemon plushies, some of the reviews are so fucking adorable because it's just like, I would die for this. Oh my god, I love it. I finally got the last one I needed for like my line that I just love so much. And it's just like, it's really wholesome to see that type of stuff. And like, I don't really care that it's considered a children's game. I honestly think there's a lot of good children's games that people just push to the side like, oh, it's a children's game. It's not going to be that good. When in reality, they can be really damn good. And then there's some games where it's just like, oh, this must be a children's game. No, it's adult rated. Like, there's so many games like that where it's like, damn. Same thing with animation. It's like, oh, it's animated. It must not be adult rated. It must be for kids. The actual show. Hussing like a storm up or some shit. Like, bruh. It's just another medium. One of many art forms. And honestly, I wish Disney would go back to 2D animation, but I know they won't. I miss the old 2D animated movies. Princess and the Frog was the last one, and it was so goddamn good. It doesn't mean they haven't made, like, really good, like, 3D ones. I mean, look at Encanto, Tangled. Like, those are some pretty good movies. But as time has gone on, it's just like, seeing them move into live action and remakes, it just is like, just focusing on Marvel than not understanding certain things. And yeah, it's just, eh. And then the only real 2D animated shows they have are just TV shows at that now. And even then, there's very few. Most have gotten canceled. Or just are over. That's just how it usually goes. Doesn't mean there aren't good ones, though. There's plenty of them. I mean, I can think of a few. Amphibia, Owl House, just to name two of them. Gravity Falls was amazing. I mean, God, that was such a good show. And there were a few other ones in there. Like, it's just one of those things of there's just some that are really cool. And boom. Okay. And then I can just bump. It is a windy day outside. I can see the trees swaying in the distance. It's just kind of nice. There's just something nice about windy days. Oh boy, a mimic. My favorite. There we go. God, we've already gotten... God, it's kind of crazy to think we're almost at that point in stream. I mean, God, doesn't feel like it. I might as well at least show off a little of the stuff I've been doing. Like, off stream. Because, I mean, yeah. But yeah, like, if I go into this, I can kind of show off one of the things I've been working on. Oh yeah, the corruption, I don't think that was here last time. I can't remember. Yeah, I know I did this. And I decided to go for, like, this giant shadow orb. Also, Echo Paint. So worth it for this. Just trying different, like, ideas that I had. But the other thing I kind of worked on is I'll show off a few of the things. This is the hollow biome. It's still in progress. But I made this little castle thing because I was like, you know what? Funnily enough, I had Tangled in the background when I was doing this. Technically, I can show off. I mean, this one over here ain't as big of a thing, but I guess I'll show it off anyway, thinking about it. I also kind of like messed around with how I want to display the trophies in this world, so I decided for the Eater of Worlds, I wanted to have it coming out of the ground to eat it above a pedestal. So you got this, and it's just illuminant coated toy breaker blocks. And then the other side, because of the ones I have, I did do a few of them. So if I go over here, like desert, I made sure is more desert and whatnot. But as we get over here, like, this hasn't really changed much, except for down here where it technically counts as corruption because of the blocks I used. I made a heart. Because if I go over here... Oh, wait, no, it's Crimson again. It used to be corruption. Yeah, see, if I do the torch, it's a corruption torch. That was my biggest problem, so I had to, like, pull them out separately. But, like, other than that, I haven't really done too much. I don't remember if I showed this off, but I did end up doing this. But yeah, I've been kind of thinking how I want to do the different stuff for, like, the trophies, and I want to kind of incorporate them into places. So, like, down at the tavern, for example, like, down here, I thought I could maybe incorporate one here, but I don't know if I will. But, like, up in the hollow one, I'm probably gonna put the Empress and Queen Slime. or I might put the queen slime with the king slime. I want to put Duke over here eventually, but yeah, this is where I put the Flying Dutchman banner. Gave it like this little flag thing. That's like the most of what I've done, really. Not too much, but just a little bit. And then I still need to upgrade this because I need to come back at this again. Either way, though, for those who aren't a part of it, !dislab in the chat, where we have the Discord. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. CST, the days I don't stream. !YouTube. We have the YouTube channel where we have all the VODs that you may miss on Twitch. And those will be over on the YouTube where we have Terraria, Minecraft, Core Keeper, and much more. I will not be streaming on Friday as I have a funeral to go to. And next week right now is a bit of a coin toss, but I'll keep you guys updated. Other than that, remember, be kind